Good morning, you two.
Good morning.
I'm here with the Eddie Horvath, and ZZ Mark is still on his Smashing Adams.
Yeah.
So we've got about 6 more weeks. We'll have him back. Buzzsaw Buzzy will be with us here at some point this morning, and it is the 15th of April already. And get your taxes filed. It's
right.
You got an extra. I think you got an extra day because of the
18th.
Yeah.
I think the 18th it says today.
Yeah. So you today would have been it. So, hey, we got a license plate. Check this out, North Dakota. This is from Bernie Madso from Jamestown, North Dakota, and look at that. We got the bus motor production plate. That is beautiful. Thank you so much, Bernie. Appreciate it.
Bernie.
And yeah, the wall of license plates is growing. My illegal coffee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get caught where I work with one of these.
That's 3 days.
Yeah, it's automatic. Yeah, automatic. What do we got going for today?
Oh, nothing. We've got a couple. We got a nice big red oak on there. We're going to make some 4/4.
Yeah, some more barn
floor.
Floor for like threshing floor or whatever, but it's just thin. It's not for heavy equipment to go on. And we got to cut it short today because we're going back up. We got another project coming your way.
Yeah, patio.
Eddie is doing a stone or a paver patio for me, and we'll have a video of that at some point. And I'm still working on Alex's vanity. The weather's been really nice here. And
chance of rain today, but
yeah, we're going to try to
wait for it.
We're going to try to get some pavers down. And also, if you watch Frickin' Jeep, go over and check out his channel. He's working at Jeffrey's Mill, and they've been sawing some, I'd say, fairly ugly poplar.
Yeah.
And Jeffrey's finally getting onto that Malott 4A log turner a little bit better. That turner, I loved that turner back in the day.
Yeah, it was good.
It turned anything we put on that mill. Yeah. You just had to work with it a little bit.
Yeah, loose bark was no good.
Yeah, and it had a very limited rotation on it, not like Chewy. You can spin them around real fast. But yeah, go over and check out John at Frickin' Jeep. So, well, we're not getting nothing done by sitting here drinking coffee. So
let's
get started. Okay, everybody, we're going to get things fired up here, and Eddie's getting the chop saw going. We got a big old ugly oak on here now, so let's get the bus motor fired up. And I already got the log on the carriage. That could have been a video in itself. When we were sawing them big beams, we had run the carriage down the tracks, and while that happened, we got on it with the forks, and we just nudged that carriage enough to get it up over top of the anti-derail and run the tip of that wheel off of the V-rail. And when we were backing this log up, originally, we had some issues. So we'll leave it go at that. That's all I got to say about that. All right, I'm just making sure we're not rolling here. And we're just going to cut this into 4/4 sheeting. And I don't know how we're going to do here. Just want to get a flat spot here established. All right, we're going to try to get away with making a stop sign out of this. So, sorry about the camera. We're going to try something here. I'm hoping if I bring that down on the head block, I can get a couple more facets made here. So we'll see. The log is borderline 8 foot, but you know that roll on this mill, it just never ends up too well for me. And Chewy's having breakfast as we speak. So let's bump it forward. This might work. Alright, let's keep the doggies down. Let's start there. I don't care if we take it off in little pieces. Take a thin one off here. take a full board off. You can probably break it off of there pretty easy. Can you chop that? We're gonna give Eddie a minute here, see if he can just give me a little bit of that off of there. I know this is a pain, but CC Mark has brought us a couple sharper axes. A little cordless chainsaw someday. Anybody out there from Steel listening, we'd be glad to demonstrate your cordless chainsaw here at Bus Motor Productions. All right. That shouldn't interfere now. We're down to 24 inches already. Yeah, sometimes you just want to take the time, that's all. Think. And we're not worried about scuffing these up. I'm trying to run the carriage back at the same time here, everybody. If you're seeing what was going on there. Won't be able to handle it here in a bit. Yeah, that log is not square on the cut. Let's try it out. I just want to get down to my 22. It's already pretty warm out here today. I'm going to take a shim off of here to get a face like an edge. That's better. And this log is slowly giving up its diameter. Try to get one more out of here. That puts us at 22 and a half. Well, we're going to have to go through the same thing there. Break it and hack it. Then we'll turn it and whack it. That's actually a nice board there. That's a neat face. Look at that. It looks like a bow tie. And the second log, I'll give you a look at that. Not very big, just longer. That'll be a pleasure to saw. That's perfect. All right. Now, if we don't lose it off the darn carriage here, I'm going to turn it right over here. I'm going to try to get it so it don't spin out on me. And everybody had asked me questions, why is the turner where it's at? Hey, that's the way it was, that's the way we bought it. It's worked really well for 99% of what we've done with this mill. We're going to have to try to send this thing forward a little bit. So I'm going to try some right now. And I hope that guy that's hoping that arm breaks off's watching, because he might be able to see it happen today. So I'm going to reverse the knees a little bit. Sometimes you got to just work with what you got. There we man. That'll work for now. Let's give it a little bump back. Chewy has a little bit more power than them loader arms do, but they all work together. Alright, let's dog it. And let's get rolling here, everybody. Oh, let's take a little bit. Just get an edgeable board out of here. That discolorment is, it's kind of worrying me. Let Eddie get that out of the way before I back up anymore. Nope, it went away, whatever it was. Alright, let's work it before it gets too rectangular for us to handle. Boom. Pretty much smashed that little piece of bark. Turn the camera a little bit more. I'm looking for Mr. Laser right now. So I bump it forward till I see a little flicker. We got a lot of sun out today, and it's there's the flicker. Let's see where we're at. There it is. That'll put you back pretty close. There's that bow tie again. And we're not worried about pith or nothing on this log. It's just try to work the best face as best you can and throw the middle away. Work another face here. All right. Little boom. Let's get back and look for Mr. Laser. There it is. Just a little flicker. Little man glitter. Buzzsaw buzzies on the scene. That's not actually a bad face. It actually built some nice stuff out of that, but it's going into a barn floor. They come off the same property as the farm, so kind of nice. They're using their own timber for their own use. That gets us down to a 12-inch cant. Let's work that down. That puts us pretty much where the pith's at, so that's going to work out to an edge of a board, which I'm just trying to get where I can turn my head block. Setworks problems. Never had that happen before. I got a relay that's stuck. Leave it run for a second there, Eddie. We had a relay stuck on us and it just kept feeding. Yep, relay failed on us here and you got to see it. Let me see if my other sets are doing anything wrong. Yeah, it's on my sets. Well, we're kind of shut down here, so we'll get back to you and let you know what we got going on. Yeah, we got forward and reverse. We have no sets. So I gotta look for some wiring problems. We still got dogs. All right, we'll talk to you here in a bit. Stake 5. All right, everybody, show me here, Buzz. This is it. This bolt here caused us all that trouble. So there's a lot of people ask, why do I back up so far from the blade when I hit a set? Well, you got to witness it today. Very rarely does this happen. What happened here, if you want to shine the camera there, what happens is this guy here is a magnet. It pulls this little wheel up and sends this gate up to the first limit switch it comes in contact with to tell it the board thickness. In this case, the bolt fell out and this thing did not pull, so this gate never come up, so that thing ran continuous towards the blade, okay? One little bolt can cause you catastrophe. So if you own a sawmill, I don't care if it's a band mill, circle mill, learn every bit of that mill that you can, because if we had to start ripping into electronics, we'd had everything tore apart. I found out a stupid little bolt basically shut us down, and it just hooks onto this arm. And once we get this all put back together here, and oh, there we go. Now you can see that thing is moving that wheel, and all I'm going to do for today is we're just going to double nut it, and I'm going to do is get a shorter regular pin with cotter key that can't vibrate loose. And what a better way to learn a lesson. The blade is fine. We done no damage to the blade, so I'm just double nutting this. No Loctite. We're only sawing up the rest of this log and the next log, so that would probably last for another 20 years. But there it is. As simple as that. That bolt there basically shut this sawmill down for today. So we're going to go ahead and just give it a couple more checks with the set works, and let's see what happens. Alrighty everybody, let's get things fired back up here after our near catastrophe at the sawmill. So I shot you a little bit of video of the troubleshooting, and again, so I'm gonna run them knees back. There it is, it's back into service. Man, how fast an accident can happen is unreal. You can see I wasn't in enough on that blade to do any damage. You could roll blade right off if I was further into that cut. That's why I said that's one of the reasons I do back that blade up. It drives some people nuts. Why do you do that? I'm just trying to look for Mr. Laser here. Get us back to where we, there it is. All right. Yeah, when you get interrupted sawing, you sort of forget what you were doing. So, you clear the saw, and in my case, lucky I was paying enough attention. You'd have seen a real video today. Yeah, never assume. The only way to kill that thing is you got to shut the power off. That's the only thing that will shut that thing off so it won't keep advancing. I'm just watching my pit here. We're getting down to that board where we had the accident there. This log went from beautiful to bad in about a few cuts. All right, let's work another face here. Yeah, that's why I was running the dogs in and out. I was checking. When I knew I didn't have none of my other sets, it kind of gave me a indication of what was actually going on. And I was right. Now look at the bottom of that thing where we're sitting on the headblocks. We haven't been shut down for 15 minutes yet. And look how black that got, that bluish black. That's the tannin in the wood. I'm just trying to bring it up the laser real nice and neatly there. That should be it. So just imagine if we had this sitting on her overnight. But yeah, you got to be a technician if you own a sawmill. You better know what you're looking for, and in our case, we rebuilt this mill from the ground up, so I was in and out of that box a lot. The other thing that will do that is a relay. It'll cause that to keep drifting. Alright, we're going to keep that at 6 inches. And we're going to saw it to the left and right of that pith and see if we can get out of it. Yeah, shiny metal. They don't get along. A little bit of man glitter coming your way. So I'm just going to get myself a 1/4-inch pin, solder key. Never happened again. Well, I'll never say never. And that's the reason why we don't take turns and just put anybody in the cab like it's a toy. You gotta pay attention. Oh, let's roll that outside out. I'll leave that part on the carriage, I believe. I don't know how much better it's going to be, but I told Eddie this morning, I said, this day's just been plagued with bad luck. It started out that way. By the time we tried to load this log until, but then some days you just go the whole day without a hitch. Oh, this ain't very nice. Oh well. It is what it is. Oh, let's try to get him one more board off that back side. It's a little bit better. We got time. Yeah, it's a little crooked there, Eddie. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, well, let's just take a little trim off of it. Let's take a shimmy trim. That looked all right. From Eddie's vantage point, it does look a little different from where I'm sitting. Alright, let's get you one more log, and this video has been alright, let's get our last victim. And I'm not sure how much sawing we're going to be doing this week. That darn, the surfaces of that head block is actually a little bit of rust from that couple minutes. Alright, let's get rid of that right off the get-go. And there's a lot of people, I guess, have been trying to guess my next move, and this is pretty obvious, but you got to watch that don't grab the face of the log deck. Let's put the master dog down just for the heck of it. I'm going to back this up then, Reed. I'm going to re-dog this. I see something I don't like. There it is. Let's get rid of that big knobby thing. That's better. You gotta watch that thing don't grab the face of the log deck. And don't feed fast through that knot cluster. Bad things will happen. box. Back up just a hair. Yeah, if this log wasn't so egg-shaped, I would have just put that back to the knees. Boom. Alright, let's start there. And we're still on that old set of saw bits. I'm going to do a video here at some point changing them out. Now look how much better this log got just from one rotation. Let's work the other faces. We're starting to get into some areas I don't like. There we go. Well, that ain't bad. We'll be able to edge something out of that. That'll be good. Yeah, when you're making your opening face, I don't like the look of that coming up. We got to get a new battery for a metal detector. It's, oh, we had that thing over 20 some years. The battery goes dead really quick. I'm just wondering if it's scanning as good as it should be. So we take one more, and then we're going to work that top face down. All right. This log is almost done. Looks all right. And we got a big pile of boards to edge here after this. Stuff from that, we saw that big beam, them beams the other day. I see everybody liked that video. back to the knees, run them all the way out, and we're going to call this one done. That's just going to put us into that bad phase, but I don't have much choice on this. Again, it depends on what you saw. We're sawing barn floor. I'd saw it different if I was cutting grade. I guess this whole barn's a mess. They're just trying to limp it along instead of tearing it down. And we're going to cut some stuff for John Holden. We got a short piece of cherry laying out there. So anyhow, we'll catch you here when we're done. Well, there it is. What a day, Ed.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
And you know what, you
have them.
And there's a lot of people that ask the question, why don't you guys switch it up and put someone else in the saw cab? Well,
Yeah.
this is why you don't do that. I had a split second and I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And
One more
by
thing.
then,
Yeah.
that thing had traveled 6 inches, and lucky I have them set work slowed down.
If it was in the saw anymore, it would have rolled.
It would have rolled the
blade.
saw over.
Yeah.
The saw's probably going to need some hammering here shortly. We're looking for a backup saw, but
Yeah, surprisingly, it didn't heat up on it. It's still running.
It's still
good.
cutting through lumber, but this is what happens. So you got to see everything here.
Oh, they didn't get to see the carriage. One wheel on the carriage was off
Yeah, I
by
did.
1/8 of an inch.
I did talk, yeah.
Did you?
It got knocked off the track. We was at the very end of the track. It come up over the anti-derail while we were unloading them beams. And things happen. It's a machine. So, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the video, or I hope you enjoyed the video. And
Subscribe.
please subscribe, and please hit the like button and share it with somebody you know. And let's get this channel to grow. And hey, thanks again for coming along, and we'll talk to you
All
next
right,
one.
thank you.
All right, bye-bye.